Yeah, I'm putting together a calendar video for all of you guys. I'll try to make it as quick as possible. As you can tell, we just finished our summer. I'm a little scruffy over here. Very busy summer. Thank you to everyone. Our program has got kids from 5 to 18 years old. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of coaches, a lot of kids going to a lot of regattas. So thank you to everybody, all the race team kids, all the parents. If your kid is new to Sabbats, some of this information is going to be Greek for you. So we're going through the Sabbats, lasers, 29ers, 420 sailing. Those are the classes we focus on, with also an emphasis on keel boats a little bit. But again, thank you. It was an incredible summer. Just Sabbat Nationals just ended. We had kids do the 29er Worlds and almost win the Nations Cup. C420 National, C420 North American, CJ Buckley Team Race Regatta, laser sailing. Just the list just goes on and on of all the things going on. It was a really incredible summer program. Attendance was so high. I probably should move on because we only got I want to make this video short. But yeah, we're building a neat little community and building independence, independent thinking, independent decision making, all of these things for our race team kids, trying to have through that process building their confidence. So a lot going on that is just great. And now we're getting into the fall. So we'll just get right into it. We've got in August coming up at the end of this month is the C420 PCCs. We've got probably 7 teams signed up for that. So more information coming out right away about that. Then we move into September. 4th through the 7th is the 29er national team camp. A lot of kids going to that are on the U.S. national team for that. September 5, 6, we've got lasers and 29ers, ILCA lasers and 29ers going. If you wanted to go in Sabbats, we think it'll be very sparsely attended, but you could go to that. You'd have to arrange your own coaching for that, but we're not planning on sending a team to that. If you go on the junior website, so what is that? sdyc.org/juniors. If you look at the calendar, you're going to see a little coach's head like this, and with a little hat on it. If you see that symbol next to an event, that means San Diego Yacht Club coaches are planning to be at that event. If it's not there, you can make other arrangements. So again, sdyc.org/juniors, go to the calendar right away. The website has a lot of information. As a lot of you know, if you're not part of the program in depth yet, there's ways to register for trailer space to get to events. It's just, there's the checklist, the curriculum, all the checklists your kids are going through. They're all available there under resources at the website. So make sure you navigate the website and check it out. Okay, we're looking at September 12, 13. This is a big, important regatta. We'll take everything we learned from Sabbat Nationals and start preparing, believe it or not, for next year's Nationals, which are at Newport Harbor. So we'll start our long-term game plan for that and take everything that we did well and everything we need to work on and start putting it together a little bit. September 19-20 is the high school national keelboat qualifier and is here. So if you're on a local high school team, you need to get your 4 sailors together and put a team together and start practicing the J22s if you get a chance. If you have access to a member who can get access to the J22s, you'll be able to practice. But get your teams together. We want every high school, at least in the next couple of years, to be participating in this event. Okay, September 19-20, there's a 29er clinic taught by Tomas in Long Beach. Tomas was the coach at the 29er Worlds in Germany that many of you guys just got back, or many just got back from. So Tomas, super good clinic there. Then we go into the 26th, 27th of September. This is a really big one. This is the high school Cressy National Qualifier, and it's in Santa Barbara. So we want kids from every high school, La Jolla, Francis Parker, Cathedral, Mission Bay, Point Loma, Coronado. I know I'm missing a couple. We want your laser sailors to all come together and be one big group. So that regatta catches people by surprise. That is in September. And it's really important that we get an area team. So every high school, we'll send a coach from San Diego Yacht Club to coach anybody from the San Diego area that's going to that high school event in Ilka Lasers. Okay? First regatta of the year for high school. Okay, also the 26th, 27th is the Sabot Junior Invite here. So Sabot race team, really important to come in and celebrate your community, attend your home regattas. Parents, you help with volunteering for race committee, registration, scoring. Scoring is crucial. We need people to help with the scoring. The scoring is not the only reason why we're there, but when regattas mess up scoring, it creates a lot of confusion and gives reasons for people to not enjoy it. So we need help there from the parents and kids. We really want you sailing in your home events. Let's move on to October. The first Luffin regatta, or maybe not the first one of the year. I think this is the first one of the new series. Single-handed Luffin at Southwestern Yacht Club. Easy one to get to. Single-handed on the 3rd, double-handed plus the open skiffs on the 4th. Let's try to have a big turnout for that. Sometimes people think Luffins are not important. They're not important enough. But for a youth athlete to develop, they need to do low-pressure events, ones where they take more risk. And so it's really important that you mix those in. So tell your kids we want them there at the Luffin. Support Southwestern Yacht Club. $10 regattas. Super fast. We get in early. Great chance to practice. Great chance to race against your friends. Now for our older sailors, maybe above 13, there is no exceptions to this deadline to apply for what's called the SCYYRA race team. It's a very ceremonial post, but it's good recognition. It's nice to be recognized for your hard work and how well you're doing. You have to apply for that with a resume, and there's no exceptions. If it's not in by the deadline, there's no exceptions. Okay, this is the big one. U.S. Youth Championship. I should have looked this up, but I think it's a Youth World Qualifier as well, at least for 29ers. But we'll have a big team there in 29ers. If you're interested in sailing an I-420 and you're an advanced sailor, we're talking over 14 years old, raced regularly for a few years. You could maybe pair up with somebody if you've got a lot of experience. Lasers will be there, the Ilka Lasers will be there. That's very important regatta. And then the NACRA 15s. Again, if you're an older sailor, more experience, maybe 16 and older, and you're not sailing this event, maybe there's a partner up there in Long Beach or from San Francisco that needs a partner. So just something to think about. And we're in full participation right now, full emphasis on our race teams. We'll probably have 8 or 9 teams there in 29ers. Moving on, October 10 and 11 is the first high school regatta of the year. So again, if you're on a local high school, start to put that in your books. There's 5 high school regattas a year. This is the one that a lot of teams skip, if they're going to skip any, because only 3 count in high school sailing. Only 3 of the 5 events count for the season. So, but if you are going to go to that, start getting your plans together. Get your teams together with your coaches. Then a great event, the 17th and 18th at Mission Bay Yacht Club, is the Girls Invitational. Teams come from all over the country for this, high school teams. It's at Mission Bay. And again, get your teams together for that and get registered. This is a very competitive registration process. It will sell out very quickly. Then we move on to, oh goodness, did I put that in the wrong place? No, I didn't. Sorry, this is a new date for this. Usually this regatta, the C420 Perry #1 is usually in September, but as you can see, we have no more space in September. It's really kind of harsh that school starts, and then right after school starts, we have one of the busiest seasons. So we recognize that. We understand kids are busy. We're trying to work with you. That's why I'm putting this together, so that none of these things are surprises. Perry #1. Boat assignment grants, which will be 6-month grants for boats, will be coming out. The applications for that will be coming out very soon, within the next few days. Now we're moving on to November. Hang in there. November 7 and 8 is the Anteater Regatta at Newport Harbor Yacht Club. That's the high school regatta #2 out of 5. The next weekend, this is a big one. Junior Commodore Regatta, and it's for Sabbats, but it's also the Ilka Laser Area Championship. Okay, so that is one that we really strive for as a goal regatta. November 14, 15, Junior Commodores Regatta at Mission Bay Yacht Club. And then you've got U.S. Sailing Camp in Miami, the 21st through the 24th. That's called the Thanksgiving Camp. I know that one's hard to get to. Let's move into December. We've got the SCYYRA clinic. I don't know when the information's going to go up for that. I believe it's C420s. It is definitely 29ers, and it is definitely Ilka Laser 6s and Ilka Laser 7s. Okay. December 12, 13, Perry number 2, C420 Perry Regatta number 2 at Coronado Yacht Club. Then we move on to the 12 and 13. There is a high school SoCal Regatta at Mission Bay. SoCals count really for nothing. They are entirely practice regattas. You don't rotate boats there, so you get more races in. Very good practice. Sometimes people don't take those seriously and say, oh, they're not, I've even heard people say, oh, everybody who sails there doesn't know what they're doing. It is, again, low pressure events are super important to do, you guys. You cannot tournamentification yourself. You can't just go to big tournaments all the time. Too much pressure, too much of these events allow you to take risk, learn more, experiment, try new things, relax a little, practice your big regatta mentality, those types of things. SoCal, so that is a regatta a lot of you should be doing. And then we have the Orange Bowl in Miami. We'll be sending an SDYC team for that. One coach and a pretty good team to that. And then the 29ers have the Open Orange Bowl at the same time in Miami. So again, visit the website, go to the calendar, call me right away if there's any errors, omissions, anything like that on my video presentation. Call me, text me, email me right away if you have questions. And again, if you're newer to the racing scene, you got to remember that a lot of this stuff does not impact the Sabbat team. It looks like a lot, but a lot of the stuff is just beyond the Sabbat level, so don't get spooked on the stuff we've got going. Anyway, thanks again, everybody. It was a great summer. Thank you to all the coaches. Thank you to all the parents. Great job by all the race teams. Very reliable, on time, nothing's breaking, sailing clean around the course, not hitting marks, not getting called over early very much, very few alphabet scores. Really a lot to be proud of. Thank you.